All right, this is the day 2 stuff for lesson 5.4, and I have the new uh, headset, so we'll see if you can pick this up pretty good. We're going to solve equations in quadratic form. Some books call it U substitution. We're going to call it Z substitution. Some even call it A substitution. It does not matter. What you need to realize is you're going to look at stuff and it looks a lot like a quadratic equation. So the first one, x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Notice if we put the coefficient here, it looks almost the same. And it would if we let z equal 2x minus 3, then this would become z squared minus 5z minus 6 equals 0. Exactly the same as this original. And the one on the bottom, that looks about the same, but now we're going to replace 1/2 x with z. So this is going to also be z squared minus 5z minus 6 equals 0. So they're all quadratic form problems. Okay? Well, to solve these, we would rewrite them, okay? And it would factor into z minus 6 and z plus 1. So z is either 6 or negative 1. Now, here's the one from the previous page. Z was holding the place of 2x minus 3. So instead of z equals 6, we're putting 2x minus 3 equals 6. So when we solve this for x, we would add 3 to both sides and divide by 2. And here we would have add 3 to both sides and get 2x equals 2. So x equals 1. And you can substitute that back in here and here, put that value in for x, and do the same. The third option we had on the previous page, this one, when we replaced 1/2 x with z, we would set the z equal was still 6 or negative 1, so you'd have 1/2 x equals 6, 1/2 x equals negative 1. So we'll get x equals 12 or x equals negative 2. And again, you can check that. But to use z substitution, you take the messy part. And what I like to do is look to see what you're going to use. Look at what's squared and what's part of the linear term. Okay, so to me, I see this is my linear term variable. So I'm going to make my z equal square root of x. So now this equation is going to become z squared minus 8z plus 15 equals 0. All right, this next one I have a typo. I forgot to square that. But now because this is my linear term, I'm going to have my z or my u or whatever letter you decide. I'm going to have that become my z. So this equation would become 4z squared plus 4z minus 3 equals 0. Okay, now that has to be factored. Okay. 3 is prime, and I think it has to be 2z and 2z. I think this is positive so that we can get a positive 6 and a negative 2. So we'll get 2z equals 1 or 2z equals positive or negative 3, excuse me. So when I divide, my z is 1/2 or negative 3 over 2. And now I got to go back and say x squared equals. I don't know why I picked that one. X squared minus 1 equals 1/2. So x squared equals, add 1 to both sides, I'm going to get 3/2. X equals plus or minus the square root of 3 over square root of 2. And I have to rationalize it, so plus or minus square root of 6 over 2, because I multiply top and bottom by square root of 2. And then for the other part, x squared minus 1 equals negative 3 halves. When I add 1 to both sides, I get negative 1 half. Okay, so now when I square root this, I'm going to get plus or minus square root of negative 1 is I over square root of 2. So that would become plus or minus square root of 2I over 2 when I rationalize it. So I've got 4 options on that. Okay, there's 4 options. But that shouldn't be too surprising because we have an x to the 4th. Okay, this third example, it looks to me like this is what I want my z to be. So z would be 5x minus 2, the quantity squared. So my equation would be z squared minus 3z minus 4 equals 0. Looks like this one will be a little bit friendlier than the other one. So that would factor into z minus 4z plus 1. So I'm going to have z equals 4 or negative 1. But z was holding the place of 5x minus 2, the quantity squared. So I'm going to get the two equations, 5x minus 2, the quantity squared equals 4, and equals negative 1. Oh, I want to extend it. It doesn't want to extend for me. There we go. Okay. So now when I square root both sides, don't forget you have to do plus or minus. And when I add 2, I'm going to have 5x equals 4 or 0. And then when I divide by 5, I'm going to get 4/5. Just writing 5/4. 4/5 or 0. And on this one, when I square something, I'll get a negative 1. That is going to be imaginary. Okay. I think we had the same thing on the other one. So if we go ahead and try to solve this, we get 5x minus 2 equals plus or minus I. So 5x equals 2 plus I or 2 minus I, and then we got to divide out the 5. Okay, so you still have 4 options for x, but 2 of them are complex. Ready? So if we're going to solve these, okay, again, here's my linear part. There's the variable. So my z is going to be the square root of x. So my equation would become z squared minus 6z minus 7 equals 0. So this will factor into z and z. The product is 7. The sum is negative 6. So I'm going to get z equals 7 or negative 1. So square root of x equals 7 or square root of x equals negative 1. Right, now we got to be careful. When we square both sides here, we will get x equals 49. But here, when you square both sides, first of all, you got to realize the square root can never be negative. But if you square both sides and get x equals 1, that would be a great time to go back and say, can that be? Because then you'd have, when you substitute 1 in for x, you're going to have 1 minus 6 times the square root of 1 minus 7. Sorry, that doesn't equal 0. This would be extraneous. You have an extra solution that does not give you a solution. Okay? The second example, my x squared is going to change to a z. So this would be z squared plus z minus 20 equals 0. So that's going to factor into z and z, 4 and 5, because they differ by 1. The bigger one's positive. So my z will equal 4 or negative 5. So x squared equals 4, or x squared equals negative 5. Remember, when you square root, you get plus or minus. And here, when you square root the 5, or negative 5, don't forget you get the I. So again, you got 4 solutions, but that shouldn't be surprising because you started with an x to the 4th. This one, we only ended up with 1 solution, but we had x to the 1st. Okay, they can be ugly fractions too. So in this case, I'd make my z to be 2 over x. So then I'd have z squared plus 5z minus 24. So that's going to factor into the z plus 8z minus 3, I believe. So my z equals negative 8 or 3. So 2 over x equals negative 8. 2 over x equals 3. How do you solve those? I don't know about you, but I put these over 1, cross multiply like it was a proportion, and then divide to solve for x. So I'll get negative 1/4. This one, get 3x equals 2, so x equals 2/3. Okay, started as an x squared. Okay, you can end as an x squared. All right. These can be pretty ugly too. Okay, but again, I would see that as my z. Okay, now I know I can't have square root or 4th root of a negative. So this would be my z squared minus 8z plus 15 equals 0. Factors into z minus 5z minus 3, I believe. So I got z equals 5 or 3. So the 4th root of x plus 6 equals 5, or the 4th root of x plus 6 equals 3. And to get rid of the 4th root, I have to raise to the 4th. So x plus 6 equals, I think it's 625. You can check on me. Subtract 6 from both sides. Here I get x plus 6 equals, I think, 81. And when I subtract, I get 75. And you can certainly check that work out to make sure it's right. Okay. This one, it doesn't equal 1. Okay. This I would make as my z. 1 over the square root of n. So this would be 2 times z squared plus z, and then I got to make it equal 0. So now this factor is a little different. You can use your box and diamond, but realizing the 1 is 1 times 1 helps a lot, and then 2 has to be 2 times 1, so it doesn't give you too many options. Okay, the bigger product has to be positive, so 2 times 1 is 2, negative 1 times z is negative 1. So when I solve this, I'm going to get z equals 1/2 or negative 1. So 1 over square root of n equals 1/2. 1 over square root of n equals negative 1. Well, a square root can't be a negative, so that throws it off. So when I cross multiply, I'll get square root of n equals 2. When I square both sides, n equals 4. And again, you can go back and check. Alrighty, I'm about out of time, and we are out of notes anyway, so try some of that z substitution. You will be glad you did.